Welcome. I'm Dr. Kelly Slack. I am an industrial organizational psychologist and head of research and innovation here at Birkman International. We're here today with Wendy Dawson, who is founder of Encuentro, and we are going to talk to you about BirkmaND.
As you know, Encuentro is an educational technology company, and so happy to be bringing our years of study and working in the special need field of neurodivergent individuals to be able to have this conversation with you today about how the BirkmaND can help individuals in the workforce.
Birkman is good at helping you understand yourself and understand others and understand that relationship and how you can work with other people, understand other people, really that self-awareness, that social awareness aspects of life.
Which is so important for training companies like Encuentro, because the more data we have, the more specifics that we have, it really narrows the conversation down for the frontline supervisors and business leaders to be able to have these conversations with employees so that they can find the best, most comfortable, most appropriate accommodations that will help their workers in their cultural workplace, in the actual job site. Common best business practices these days are finally picking up on the fact that diversity, equity, inclusion also includes those with neurodivergent abilities, people who think outside the box, people who don't just go with the flow, people who are able to question, why do we do that? Why have we always done that? Because they bring a very clarifying perspective, a very introspective, inquisitive nature to conversations. And so if we learn how to include them in these conversations and listen to what they say, their insight is really, really amazing.
BirkmaND report, Powering My Success at Work, is a report specifically designed to start that conversation between the individual and the organization to see how the workplace and the job itself can be adapted slightly in order to make it more conducive to success in the workplace. It consists of 5 different sections, and these are 5 different areas that you can group workplace accommodations into. So just one of the areas of accommodations that we talk about is communication. And communication for the average person or a typical person, it seems pretty straightforward, but for someone who is neurodivergent, it might have a little bit more challenges associated with it.
The idea of being able to extrapolate the Birkman for individuals with neurodiversity and be able to help them understand themselves, their personality styles, communication styles, and to be able to have a report that helps bridge the gap between the employees and the employers was of paramount importance. And equally important, it is kind of the manual, if you will, or the information that the employers can use for direct supervisors, for managers, for colleagues and teams to really help level that playing field. Learning to understand, they might answer you in what might seem to be a rude way, but they're not meaning to be rude. They're just being factual and literal. And then the reciprocal side of that, learning to communicate with them in a very clear, concise way so that there's no confusion.
BirkmaND is the report of accommodations, but it is so much more than that as well. It is also 2 different courses that we have put together. We put together Introduction to Neurodiversity that helps people understand exactly what neurodiversity is. It's at its core a relatively new term that has to do with the fact that different people's brains process things differently. They just work a little bit differently. And one of the great things about this training is that it is built for everybody and anybody. And in fact, we hope that very many people take advantage of this training. The second course talks about how to have a Birkman conversation with individuals who are neurodiverse and also how to use the BirkmaND report.
The trainings are so important because this has been the missing link for years in trying to assist individuals with neurodiversity to integrate into the job site. So while there have been other personality assessments or interest assessments out there, nobody has been able to crack the code and be able to explain, here is why, here is how you start the conversation, and give you specifics to really answer those questions.
BirkmaND was designed to be accessible to as many people as possible. Birkman certification certainly helps on aspects of it, but it's not required.
That, again, is one of the most interesting ideas about this product, is because it is so approachable. And so we see so many avenues and people in different businesses, school teachers, social workers, HR departments, even parents, being able to use this report in search of those answers that they've been seeking.
Right. And organizations can use it to help identify how they can help someone who's entering the workplace, someone who's already in the workplace, help tweak their situation to make it a little bit better, and also to help the supervisors and coworkers know a little bit about this individual and what helps them perform most effectively.
We hope now that you will be able to share in all the lessons we've learned, the resources that we provide, and that you will share our passion in providing neurodivergent individuals with a seat at your table.